Robinson Cano is no longer a Padre. They'll have a corresponding move presumably tomorrow for game 1 of the series against the Brewers. Padres over the last week and a half have not scored. Simple as that. We also mentioned this today, Jim.
That'd be fun. That would be bad if like they legitimately
Literally.
have not scored in the last week.
But they haven't scored.
Right.
And then, I tweeted this. We've talked about it on the radio all day. This is the worst team in baseball in barrel percentage, right? Hard hit, launch angle, exit velocity, contact. Yeah. This is the 30th best team in baseball. There's only 30 teams. It's the 28th best team in baseball in slug. They have Manny Machado, and they're 30th in barrel, 28th in slug. If they don't have Machado, I don't think they're even 30th in barrel percentage. I don't even think they're 30th in slug. I joke, but I mean, this team is nothing without Manny Machado offensively. I mean, literally nothing.
What was the stat you had yesterday? When he hits, they win.
So he's hit 414 in their wins. He's hit 414 in their wins this year, which is ridiculous because one player doesn't typically make an offense, but he has for the Padres this year.
Yeah, that's what I said. When he's not in the lineup and you saw the mortality of this team over the weekend, they did win a game, but it took 10 innings.
Right.
You don't know when Tatis is getting back. Manny's out of the lineup for a prolonged period of time, even just a week. Dude, I mean, you think this team scratches and claws right now to score runs. Think about what this would be without him in the lineup. It'd be a disaster. It'd be an absolute disaster.
I don't want to envision that. I really don't.
No, I'm good. I don't want to either. I'm fine on that one. Yeah, we're good.
Now, in regards to what are the options, obviously there's no easy fix. I mean, we don't even think that Fernando Tatis Jr. is it's not a quick fix, obviously. I mean, even with Tatis, that doesn't solve all your issues. They have Manny Machado. He's the MVP. It has not solved all of their issues.
Yeah, to expect him to come back and be like, oh, by the way, I'm going to hit 5 home runs in my first game. I'm going to hit 17 home runs in the next month. Like, everything's going to be great. Like, no, you can't expect that. He can do it, but to expect that from him right away, it's tough.
He's going to help, but here's the thing. He's not coming back for the Milwaukee series. He's not coming back for the Mets series, and he's probably not coming back until late June. So with all that being said, you can't wait till late June. I think A.J. Preller probably now is realizing that. Now, what do you have internally? You got a guy that's hitting Double-A in Ruiz. Can he help you? I have no idea. I would like to think he could. He's 23 years of age. People say he's turned a corner. I heard the Alfonso Soriano comp yesterday on Darren Smith's show for Mad Friars. Not saying he is Alfonso Soriano, but he's kind of built like him. And the way he's played in the minor leagues, he's reminding people of Alfonso Soriano. Then you have Brent Rooker, the 27-year-old power hitter that came over for Rogers. Then you have Nomar Mazara. Then you have Luis Campusano. I mean, these are some guys, Jim. I'm not saying it's going to work. Maybe none of them will. But you got to try here. These are guys that have 1,000 OPS seasons.
No.
Maybe one of these players can convert 30 or 40 at bats and help this offense right now.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. And they've tried it before. It's not worked. They bring up guys, and your point is, like, when is the guy that's going to come up that has 100 plate appearances and hit 350 for you?
My Nolan Gorman.
Yeah, where's the Nolan Gorman in this organization right now? Like that, no, they don't have it. Maybe it's Mazara, but Nolan Gorman is the number 2 prospect in the Cardinals organization.
Right,
Mazara is like 35 years old.
Right. If we keep making him older, he's 37, right?
I know, but
he's 27.
Brent Rooker, is he a guy? They traded for him, and the thing is, once you bring a dude up, you got to play him. You have to give him time. Yeah. You can't play him one game and then sit him for 5 and have him be like a pinch runner or like having it bad or be in the field. Like, dude needs to get playing time. And, Will Myers, I'm sorry, bro, done. Grisham, you're now a platoon guy. The same thing with Ha-Seong Kim. First base, I mean, Hosmer's fallen off the cliff.
Well, what about Myers?
I just said Myers, you're gone. Like,
sorry, I was
not like typing. Gone, like you're going to be cut. But if I'm bringing up Nomar Mazara, Brent Rooker, I'm playing Nomar Mazara for at least for entire week straight. And Will, you're going to get maybe a couple DH opportunities and a couple pinch hit rolls. That's it.
And maybe Will has sat a lot because of this knee. Will missed time because of this thumb. And maybe Will needs a week. Maybe they need to get him healthy. or get him right? Like, is it so bad if Will, who's not performing, sits for 5 days and someone else plays for 5 days? It's not like you're not sitting Machado, to your point. You're not sitting
Yeah.
Tatis or even Luke Voigt, who's played well. Like, I'm with you. I'm not opposed to someone else getting at bats in right field because right now it's not working. In left, center, or Profar's been solid. Grisham has not. Now he's had 2 big hits in the last 4 days. He's had 2 really big hits in the last 4 days. But center and right's a problem right now.
The whole outfield's a problem, John. The entire outfield has one. Well, no, Grisham had a home run the other day. Now it's like 2 or 3,
maybe
in
3,
the month.
Yeah. Well, the whole team had 12. I mean, that's
Mookie had like 14.
I'm sorry, no, the team had 14. Mookie had 12.
Right. Like, can we get some power? Anybody? Hello?
Well, now when you start talking trade deadline, which by the way is a few days later this year into early August, I do believe we had a texter on John and Jim today talking about, hey, a Benintendi, a Tyler Naquin. This is not going to cost you the front of your rotation to acquire this type of player that maybe is in the final year of a deal that's having a nice year. Like, can you help this offense in July? Yeah, probably. You probably can without giving up one of your 7 starters. But it's June. So I don't envision anything of substance in June when you start talking about guys that are hitting 330 this year, like Benintendi, or a massive name like a Mullins or a Reynolds. Like, I'm not expecting that in June. Shoot, I don't know if I'm expecting it in July. I think he can upgrade the offense at some point in July, but you can't wait for that to happen. And I don't know what options he really has. I think he's got internal options. He's got Fernando Tatis Jr., and he needs someone on this team to hit and perform and play better than they've played. That's what they really need.
The good old hope strategy. I hope and pray that these guys do this. So I hope this guy does that. I hope this dude gets back to his, I guess, track record, whatever the hell that means. Like, hopes and wishing things happen is not a good strategy, like, at all. And I feel like coming into the year, that was a lot of this team was hope and praying things would happen and guys would get back to their track record or whatever that is. And it's, for some, has happened for moments, and for a lot of others, it's not even close.
Did Mookie homered tonight as well? Now it's June, but that's unbelievable.
But they still lost to the Padres.
I know, but just the run he's on though is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, he's insane. And
crazy.
I know people don't want to hear it. He's now the MVP frontrunner in the National League.
He's up to 16 for the year,
dude.
Jeez, in a third of a season, he's on pace for 50 home runs with the dead ball.
Is that good?
I mean, the Padres could use someone. They could use the team hitting 50 home runs.
Is the team going to hit 50 home runs?
No, they will hit 30 something. Yes, they will. They easily will.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm with you. It is a bad strategy. I mean, I think AJ Preller kind of put him in this situation. We've talked about this a lot. Now, he couldn't have predicted the Tatis thing. I'm not putting that on him, but Tatis never would have solved your outfield issues. Never, ever, ever. No. He was your starting shortstop. So even with Tatis, you still have gaping, glaring holes, and you have maybe a top
gaping
20.
Holes, bro.
You have a top 20 offense with Tatis. Without Tatis, you have a top 27 offense. I mean, you got one of the worst 4 or 5 offenses in baseball.
So that's Tatis. To that point, they need more than Tatis. Like, they need another bat. Yep. It's not just Tatis. It's
I agree. Because with Machado, you're 28th in slug.
Yeah, and with Tatis, you're, like you said, you're what?
25th, 24th,
23rd, 22nd.
Yeah, which
depending on how good he is when he comes back. Yeah. Like, if you get the 42 home runs last year, Tatis, like, yeah, you're up there in the low 20s. But to put that much pressure on the kid to be that guy right away after his injury, like, it's not fair to him, and it's not fair from this organization. Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna wait until Tatis gets back and we're good to go without literally going out and getting anybody else. Like, but that's what they've done, and kind of have to just live with it.
Rick, I'll make this bet, and I love Tatis.
Oh, Jesus.
If Tatis catches Mookie, then there's going to be an amazing summer of Padres baseball, and you're going to look at the best season maybe in franchise history. So, I mean, when you're starting from 16 in the hole, it's going to be more than that by the time he's back. I hope you're right, Rick. If he can hit 35 home runs in half a year
Dude,
this year, that would be unbelievable.
he
I
would
hope
literally
you're right
be in the discussion
for
for
MVP.
MVP. Yeah.
If he hit 35 home runs in a half a year, yeah, he would. He definitely would. Yeah, but you think about, I mean, like, I hate to do the Dodgers Padres comparison. Honestly, I'm not even going to do it right now. But obviously, the Dodgers lineup heading into the year was better than the Padres lineup, and that's still the case. The Padres pitching has kept them more than afloat. They're 30-20, and I think the Padres can improve their lineup. But this is a stretch, and I've said this all week, where if you don't split a series in Milwaukee, okay, if you go 1-3 in Milwaukee or worse, you're talking about a disaster of a trip. You've given up all the equity you gained the first 2 months of the year with a 1-6 trip or worse,
Right.
and then you have the Mets. So if this is a 2-8 stretch or even worse than that, it's like you've given it all back, and nobody wants to see that happen. So I feel as if AJ Preller recognized that this Cano move. I mean, what does it really mean? Obviously, that doesn't change anything in the grand scheme of things, but you can't sit around and wait here and say, "Oh, we had a 1-9 stretch." Well, you had a 1-9 stretch, and all of a sudden you're fighting to get into the postseason halfway through your year. So they got to avoid that. And this series against Milwaukee, I know it's only early June. I think it's a critical series against Milwaukee. And the Brewers outplayed the Padres here at Petco a week and a half ago. And now the Padres have to find a way, probably with starting pitching, to win a couple of games.
Would you take a split in Milwaukee?
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? Where can I sign up?
Yeah. Yeah, probably would.
I
Against
mean,
all those TBDs.
they are throwing 4 TBDs. You're right.
Yeah, 4 TBDs.
I mean, this is a Brewers team that is 32-20, and you're in Milwaukee for 4 games, and they're 14-6 at home.
And you're probably going to face Lauer. You're probably going to face Burns. You may face even Woodruff.
No, I think Woodruff's on the IL.
Okay. Well, Burns and Lauer, I would assume.
Dude, their stats great. They called up this top pitching prospect.
Oh, shocker.
Yep.
And Luis Arias is going to hit 4 home runs this series. And, oh, by the way, Josh Hader's back too. So good job,
and
everybody.
Had 2 saves in one day, like 2 days ago.
No big deal. It's fine.
Yeah, they're 14-6 at home. I will, if I could sign up right now for 2 2-1 wins and 2 10-0 losses, I'll take it right now. Right? 2 2-1 wins and 2 10-0 losses. Who says no to that right now? Everyone's taking a split right now in Milwaukee.
Yeah, sure.
They're 3-6 in their last 9 games. The Padres, they're not playing well.
You win 2 games, 1-0, and then you get your ass kicked the other 2.
Right. It's the same thing as what I'm saying.
It's fine. 2-2. It's all good.
Right.
You're fine. Everything's fine.
Is this what it is, by the way, Robbie? So Hauser, we just saw, was very good. Ashby was excellent. Lauer, now, I mean, Burns is Burns.
Shit.
Yeah. How many runs did they score? Jim, I'm being serious here. Against these starters?
Against the starters. How
many runs are they scoring? Let's say that's an average of, let's say it's 24 innings, 6 innings per. I'll just give them 6 innings, not more. So 24 innings.
5 runs off the starters.
Probably pretty close.
Right? 5 or 6?
Yeah, you're probably right. I'd be surprised if it was
like think about that it's like that's legitimate.
Yeah, that's hard to win. This is a 4-game series.
And I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's
exactly.
15 or 20.
Yeah, exactly.
But
now this is a great point from Tyler. Tyler in Del Mar. Thanks for hanging out.
Great pitching matchups, but guys,
that's the thing.
You can't score worth shit.
It's crazy. They've got the most quality starts in baseball, but they're losing games when they're getting quality starts. That's now concerning. They were winning a lot of games. They're not losing games where guys are going 6 or 7 innings. And that's a concern,
Yeah.
This is now gone, Nathaniel. And by the way, if you're making your way into the wrap-up show, thank you for hanging out with us. If you want to use that super chat, we'll make sure to get your comment here tonight. Please subscribe. We have year-round Padres content for you on the good days and the bad days. We're here for you. Please subscribe by hitting that subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live. Smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Follow our podcast as well. There's a link down below for our brand new podcast. If you missed the show on YouTube, you can catch it. The audio version, no. So the answer is no. Jeff Passan talked to Mike Rizzo, and the Nats will not be trading Juan Soto.
Nope, not happening.
I'm in favor of it. I'll take Juan Soto, but it is not happening.
No.
I don't know if nobody really. I mean, Ben, you know how this works. You're in the content game. Was anyone like, "Yo, this deal's done"? I mean, people were saying, "Listen,
Come
if
on.
he's going to be available, AJ Preller's going to make a call."
It was like
But
one of those, nah, dude. It was one of those things where it was a fun little story to talk about
yeah,
because
definitely.
Buster
Jose
Olney
Ramirez was a fun little
threw a
story.
little nugget out there and was like, "Oh, the Padres," and everyone's like, "Oh, really? Okay."
I mean, I didn't think they'd be in on Jose Ramirez. I didn't think they'd be in on Max Scherzer. You
Right.
know, I
And
didn't.
apparently Jose Ramirez was like, I guess, kind of close.
Right, I know. It's what it sounded
And
like.
he oh, by the way, I mean, he only has like what, 13 homers and like 70 RBIs already. No big deal.
Who, Jose Ramirez?
Yeah. He's having like the
Of course he
greatest
is.
season ever.
Look at his career numbers. He's a great hitter, you know.